I am a big fan of surrendering. I'm a huge, huge fan of surrendering shit that doesn't serve you. Respect to the process of being aware that some things need to be addressed on a deeper level. Like, you don't have to have answers. We're not looking for someone to give us like some sort of answer, but for ourselves. Accountability. So let's look at what you will be surrendering, or what you should be surrendering. Either you are surrendering this or you need to surrender this during Sagittarius season. And it's all kinds of stuff. What does Sagittarius need to surrender during Sagittarius season? What do they need to surrender during their own season? Surrender to non-action. Surrender to non-action. Basically, surrender to just going with the flow. Surrender to just being quiet. Surrender to taking a time to recalibrate your mechanisms of movement. You know, like sometimes, you know, cars need to be realigned. Their tires need to be rotated. You need an oil change. Like, if you were a vehicle, that's what you need to do right now, Sagittarius. You need to surrender to non-action. Just take in some time to get yourself back together again for the next step, because you've been working and running and doing, and now it's time to just take a break during your season and just take it in. Capricorn, what you need to surrender during Sagittarius season. Surrender your fear of intimacy. Okay, Capricorn, it's okay if people get close to you. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to allow yourself to feel vulnerable. Let me just say that. It's okay to express those deeper, darker fears with someone that you trust. Clearly not any old body, but you don't have to be the father all the time. I think that's the thing about Capricorn, is that they are the father of the zodiac, and they always have to kind of keep it together, and they don't get a chance to just let themselves be vulnerable and let themselves be not okay. And so you're being told that during Sagittarius season, you should let go of your fear of getting close to someone and being in that position of feeling like you are going to be found out, or that you're going to be you're not going to let anybody down. Let me put it that way. You're not going to let anybody down by letting go of your fear of intimacy. If you are able to get closer to someone that you care about, or that you want to get closer to, letting go of your fear of intimacy is going to help you with that during Sagittarius season. Aquarius. Oh, you got two. Surrender your need to always be right. And then surrender to joy. Now, the thing about surrendering your need to always be right is that you end up fighting with people that, like, why? And that's why you have surrender to joy. Enjoy yourself. Who cares? Like, no one is giving out trophies. No one is giving out extra cookies. No one is giving away lotto tickets because you're right. It does not matter to anyone if you're right. It truly doesn't. It matters to you, but not to anyone else. And even if you're right, does that really make you happy? That's what you're being asked to think about during Sagittarius season. Surrendering to not always having to be right, and then just being happy, because if you switch your focus from needing to be right to just enjoying yourself, you will find that you're going to be a lot better because of it. You'll feel a lot better because of that, if you can just switch gears a bit. Pisces. Surrender to creativity. Lean into it. Lean into it. You feel it. You feel it. Lean into that natural inclination you have within you to want to be more creative. Go crazy with it. Just luxuriate in your creativity. It doesn't even have to make any sense. It can be as crazy and as random as you feel like. Whatever it is, surrender to creativity during Sagittarius season. Let your passions ignite you again. This is the perfect time for that. Aries. Aries got two. Sorry. When I read them, I'm just like, holy crap. So surrender obsessive thinking. You're thinking about something a lot and it's taking over everything else, and it's preventing you from finding the answers. Whenever you are hyper focused on something, it's like trying to watch water boil or trying to watch grass grow. If you just stand there, it's like time is just gonna feel like unless it's bamboo, it is not gonna move at any pace that you're gonna notice. So surrendering your obsessive thinking about something will actually free you up to have room to find solutions for something, to find joy, to find peace. Surrender to complete healing. That is how you're going to completely heal, is when you surrender your obsessive thinking. You are so close. You have been doing more self-care. You have been more mindful about what that looks like for you. You have been moving into being more aware of how you might overthink. But you have to continue that. You need to take it the next level. You need to follow through with it more. You need to choose that more. You need to be more active and more conscious and more aware of, I am not going to deal with this bullshit today. I am not going to sit here and let Susie in my brain tell me this other fuck shit again. Like, you're going to need to surrender that to fully and completely heal from this sense of not being able to complete things that you feel passionate about. Aries. Surrender to your full power. Surrender to your full power, Taurus. You are feeling energized about getting some stuff done in a way that's going to be holistic. And if you're feeling this pull to start melding what you've been learning about finding ease and finding comfort, and also working to a point that does not deteriorate your energy and your life force, surrender to the fact that you have power and strength in that place, right? That you are combining two very different ideas and making it your own. And that is what you need to surrender to, the power that lies there, the conscious power that lies there. Surrender to that during Sagittarius season. Gemini, you got 2 cards too. Surrender low self-esteem. Cut it out. You are so fly. Cut it out. Gemini, surrender your low self-esteem and surrender to inner peace. That's how you get to inner peace. Stop thinking that you are not enough. Stop thinking that you are not capable. Stop thinking that you are just less than. Cut it out. Cut it out. All right. The sooner you could surrender your low self-esteem is the surrender you're going to start feeling alive and passionate. Just like in this picture here, the sooner you can take off into what you really feel passionate about. Stop putting yourself down, Gemini. Cancer. Cancer also got 2 cards. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. You have changed, you have grown, you have had experiences that have really informed you. So surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, because it's only going to serve to hold you back and to keep you lingering on past shit that, like, we're over it now. Okay, we're over it. And surrender defensiveness. All right, you were really wearing your heart on your sleeve. Like, anyone says something to you don't like, anyone looks at you the wrong way, anyone doesn't say yes to something that you want to do, you get really defensive. You're taking it personal. Stop taking it personal. Stop taking it personal. You don't need to feel like the things that you hold dear are being attacked all the time. How do you want to, like, why would you want to live like that? It's preventing you from feeling full and feeling whole and feeling capable. So surrender your defensiveness and realize that ain't nobody can tell you nothing, because you're amazing. Okay, Cancer? Leo also got 2 cards. Surrender to play. Start having a good time. Stop overthinking everything and surrender to play. Sometimes people want to do something fun and you're like, oh, I can't, I gotta do this other thing. Or, oh, I can't, I'm supposed to wait for the plumber to come. Or, oh, I can't because... Surrender to play. If you're being offered opportunities to have a good time, if you're being offered opportunities to hang out with people that are fun, go do that. You're going to realize that you really are the life of the party, and they're asking you to come because they want to hang out with you. And then surrender to divine timing. Whatever it is that you have planned that you feel like needs to happen, you can't make it happen faster because you're thinking about it all the time. You can't do anything to make it happen faster. So what you might as well do while you're waiting is to have fun. Right, Leo? Virgo, surrender to wonder and awe. Sometimes you find yourself in situations where you're just like, what? What are the chances? Or, holy crap, that actually worked out. Or, oh my God, that wasn't as hard as I thought. Lean into that feeling. Lean into the feeling of, wow. And let yourself be present. Let yourself just absorb the miracles happening around you. Let yourself absorb the magic that's around you. If you're really into any particular thing right now, and you're finding that the more you learn about it, the more amazing it is, just lean into that feeling of like how everything is so magical, that everything is so delightful. Just let yourself flow into that space and just be one with that energy. You need it right now, Virgo. Libra. Surrender to trust. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself. Trust your inner compass, not your ego. Not your ego. And the ego is loud. The ego has fear attached. The ego has all the, don't surrender to that. Surrender to trust. And one thing you can trust is that the Creator is trying to guide you to do what you are meant to be here to do. So trust, if it's anything leaning towards that, trust it. If you feel like you have been connecting with someone that has been making you feel really good lately, trust that. Surrendering to trust is going to allow you to make decisions a lot easier. You won't have to kind of waffle so much and feel like you're in limbo all the time. If you surrender to trust, that means that you're also trusting that you have not come this far to be left behind. Okay, Libra? Scorpio. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Most people don't realize that Scorpios actually care enough to try to help people feel good. That most people don't realize that we are people pleasers, because we actually are people pleasers in a different way than I think most people would realize. That we're not necessarily people who are pleasing you because we want to like placate your bullshit. It's more like we're not saying anything to you. We're people pleasing by not telling you the cold hard truth. That's what Scorpios do. So surrender the habit of not speaking up. Surrender the habit of feeling like you can't step on people's toes and take it the wrong way. What you're doing is swallowing that shit and it's choking you, Scorpio. So surrender that habit of pleasing people or trying to make everyone feel comfortable around you. Cut that out.